channel. So today we are about to go to the thrift store. I'm gonna show y'all this huge bag, if I can even lift it. I've got to take this huge bag to the thrift store. And while we're there, I figured we would kind of look around, see if anything looks good. So let's hit it.
I just found this bathing suit and it has never been worn. It still has tags on it. It was, I think it was from Target for $40.
Yes. All right, so I just got back from the thrift store. I didn't get a whole lot. I only got 2 things. I don't know about you guys, but thrifting is just not what it used to be, and I feel like the prices are just getting ridiculous. Like a plain white t-shirt, $6. Like, no, I'm not paying that. It just feels so weird, and it's kind of taken the fun out of thrifting for me. But I did get a sifter for $2.50, and I've been needing one of those. And then I did end up getting that bathing suit. It was $10 though. Y'all, I mean, it's better than 40 for sure, but, and I hope it fits, because normally I wear a medium and this is a small, but I think it'll fit. Fingers crossed, because it was $10. But I'm always like, if I'm gonna spend that much money, I'd rather spend it on ThredUp and be able to find exactly what I want. And that's like my favorite thing to do, is like to sit in the bed and I'll watch TV and I just like scroll through ThredUp and I just heart all the things that I want to buy when I'm ready to buy them, and most of them end up getting sold before I get to them. But it's still just a little fun thing to do. But I'm like, I've got like probably 50 things in my liked section on ThredUp right now, and I'm like, if I'm gonna spend $10 on stuff, I'd rather like have the thing that I really want. But I've heard a lot of people saying the same thing. It's like thrifting is just not as fun as it used to be for that reason. Okay, so I found this recipe for a leather cleaner and conditioner, and we have a leather ottoman in the living room, and so I figured I would make this and see if it works. So I'm starting with half a cup of white vinegar, and then it also says to do 1/4 cup of coconut oil or olive oil, and let me show y'all, like, this is all I have left, so I'm just gonna pour the rest in there. I think it should be about 1/4 cup. So it also said half a teaspoon of liquid dish soap, and I'm just gonna eyeball this as well. Probably don't even need to run that through the funnel, but it's probably about good there. Then we're gonna do 20 drops of essential oils, and I'm just using lemongrass. Okay, that's probably a little bit over 20, but it'll be all right. It'll just smell extra good. They said that they used orange and clove, but I have orange somewhere around here. I don't think I have clove. I'm just giving it a good shake. We'll see how this works. gonna do is clean the jets from the tub. So I'm gonna use these dish detergent pods. And I saw this on Instagram. This is gonna be my first time doing it, so I'm a little afraid, but hers turned out really good. And it cleaned out the, I almost said the vents, the jets. So good. So anyway, we're gonna give this a try. I filled it up with hot water, and then I'm just gonna drop these in. She said do 2 of them. And also she said do not do laundry pods, because then you'll end up with a sudsy mess. So only do dish pods. Okay, I'm gonna turn these on now and then just see what happens. Look how dirty the water is. Look at all these like little specks in here. I'm gonna run the rest, I'm gonna run it again to get the rest of the dish pods. Cause like how can, well, it's not. Like look how dark this one is. Like that's definitely from the jet. That's not the color of the dish pod. Cause I'm like, how can we know for sure this isn't just like the sandiness from the dish pods? But I mean, it can't be. But anyway, let's run it again. Look at this, I still have it going, so it's kind of loud, but look at what it's gathering up in the bubbles. And on the side here, this just gets better and better. Like more and more satisfying. Holy moly, I walked away for 1 minute and it's like even more. So I've just been waiting for the bubbles to kind of settle so y'all can see it a little bit better, but I think I can kind of get close. Everything's kind of like settling in the bottom. How gross this is. I mean, the most satisfying part is everything that's kind of gathered up here and over here for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and drain this, and then I'll clean it out with some spray and a magic eraser. So I know you guys just saw me make the leather cleaner in a bottle just like this. So I just wanted to clarify, this is not the leather cleaner. This one is the LoveMeg cleaner. So I'm gonna spray the bathtub down with this, and then I'll go in with the magic eraser and just give it a good scrub. house, and we're gonna plant some radish and some cucumbers. And I actually got like, I want to say like 12 or 15 new seed packets the other day. Help me remember, babe. We're gonna be planting sunflowers, watermelon, green beans.
I think we even got corn, didn't we? Or did we?
No, we didn't end up getting the corn.
that was one we didn't get.
Yeah.
I think
we got carrots.
Everything else you can put in a garden we got, probably, except for corn.
We got a lot. Squash, zucchini. I'll have to show you guys when we go back inside all the seed packets. But our garden is pretty bare right now. So we grew a lot last year. Over here we had broccoli, we had kale, we had cabbage, we had one zucchini plant, and then over here we had bell peppers, grew some of those, but when it frosted, nothing could hang. Well, the cabbage, I just pulled that the other day, but what made it was cabbage, potatoes, and onions. And so right now we have our potatoes over here, and we had these going, so as you can see, it's got some growth on there. But then these, we planted some more in here the other day, so there's no sprouts in there yet, but we have our onions right over here too. I'm interested to see what these will do. I think these will be ready to pull in like July. I never knew onions took so long to plant, and you can see like the frost kind of made them turn yellow. So that's why I'm curious to see what's gonna end up happening here. Like, are they gonna make it? Are they gonna continue to grow or not? But you know what? We'll figure it out. So yeah. Anyway, Justin's been over here just kind of tilling up the soil. We're gonna do all that.
This whole side.
I want to try to do it. Wow, you are much faster at this than I am.
Some spots are hard, like it feels like there's a rock there until you bust it up.
Yeah.
For the most part.
I feel like everything over here is much softer than everything over here.
Yeah.
This is so satisfying. So I'm just taking the end of the rake and I'm just gonna pull down a line, because we're gonna come in with the radish seeds and kind of just sprinkle them in the line, because you don't want to bury radish seeds too deep.
Yeah, they're like a half of an inch or something.
We've got two different kinds of radishes. So we have cherry bell and cherry giant. So we're gonna do 2 lines of each and see which one we like best. Put a little fertilizer on top before we cover it, and this is the Espoma. I always want to say Epsoma, but Espoma brand organic garden tone. So I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle that in.
We're just going to lightly dust back over the seeds. You don't want to cover them deep, like literally just a half of an inch is plenty. So we're just barely brushing the dirt back over.
Okay, so we're going to do the cucumbers now. We've got these 2 circles here that we kind of dug deep. Not deep, but deeper, because this kind of looks like mulch up at the top, and we were just a little bit worried that they wouldn't get to the soil good enough. So we kind of just made 2 circles here, and now I'm just gonna poke like 4 holes in there, and that's where I'm gonna put the seed. And after that, we're gonna put the, after I put the seed in there, we'll put the tomato cages on top.
Water these seeds we just planted, and she's going to use this little contraption that I hooked up back here. I don't know if we ever showed this to you guys, but the lake is like right on the other side of this wall. It's like 10 feet maybe. It's just right there. So I ran an underground pipe from this little battery operated pump right over here, and so it goes out to the lake. It pulls in water from the lake to the pump and then right up to our little wand right here, and we're able to water everything. It's a little bit noisy. Once we turn it on, it kind of runs like that, but it saves from having to haul water.
Yeah,
that was getting old.
It's so nice because, I mean, we have that sink in the garage, and we were going to put the camera down.
Sorry.
But we have that sink in the garage, and we would either get water there or just pull water out of the lake with our pitcher, and, you know, this is just
that
so
got
much
old.
easier.
Yeah.
So I went inside and grabbed some Ziploc bags and labeled these. So our cherry bells are over here, and the cherry giants, the radishes, are over here. And I'm gonna take the seeds out and just put them in these Ziploc bags. That way the seeds aren't sitting out here. And then I'm just gonna use this as our little label because I think it looks kind of cute. So anyway, I'm gonna add these. Oh, I also went inside so I could get the other packets and show y'all what all we got. So we've got summer squash we're gonna be planting. We're not gonna do all this today. In later videos we'll do some more, but we've got green beans, we have zucchini, lots of different tomatoes, sweet peppers, more tomatoes, carrots, more tomatoes, watermelon, and sunflowers. So of course we're gonna do our tomatoes over here, but we'll have to find some space to put the rest of this stuff. Got my seeds in the bags, and I was gonna tell you guys these take 22 to 25 days from seed to pulling them, and then also these take 22 days. So these should sprout up pretty fast, and the cucumbers I think are like 55 days. So I just ordered Instacart and it just got delivered, so I figured I would give you guys the grocery haul. And between my refrigerator and the pantry and what I've just ordered here, I think we're gonna have enough meals for 2 weeks. So in a few minutes, I am going to get all that planned out, but just wanted to show you guys what just came from Instacart. I got some chicken. There's 4 chicken breasts in here. And then I got this pie crust. There's 2 in here. And I just got 2 dozen eggs the other day. And then I figured we could have some sausage to go in the quiche. And then I got some baby spinach. Got 2 packs of these. Got some zucchini here. Tomatoes. Some ranch dressing packets. Also some taco seasoning packets, lots of noodles. So we have spaghetti noodles, we have rigatoni noodles, and then also the bow tie noodles. Julie's favorite thing in the world is popsicles, so I got her some of these for a little treat. Also, we always get this brand and flavor of oatmeal. It's like our go-to, so we were completely out, so I ordered the big pack of that. Got 3 Coke Zeros, some of this spaghetti sauce, got some of this Italian sausage. Oh, I was all out of these toilet wand refills, so I got a few of those. Also some Tabasco, some Texas toast here, some salsa because I'm gonna make tacos again, but this time I'm gonna do it with the chicken, and it's so easy. I think I showed you guys this recipe, but I did it with a roast last time, or a brisket, but this time I'm gonna do it with chicken. You just put it in the crock pot, put like 2 or 3 chicken breasts in the crock pot, the salsa, and a taco seasoning packet, and just let it cook, and then just put it on your tortillas, and it's amazing. And then I think the last thing I gotta show you guys is the whipped cream. Cut up some fruit last night, so I figured that would be good with that. But yeah, now we're gonna meal plan. Before I show you guys my meal plan for the next 2 weeks, I was gonna show y'all that every time I see produce that is on sale at the store, I go ahead and get it. And because it's fresh produce, I don't want it to go bad, so I've been cutting it up and freezing it. And so the other day I did squash. I have a little zucchini here that I'm gonna put with this, and then I've got some tomatoes here. I actually cut these up this morning, and I'm gonna put these with those. And then last night I cut up some strawberries, and there's blackberries in here too. And so I put half in the refrigerator so we could go ahead and have that, and then half in the freezer. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get these cut up. That way they can be freezing and not go bad before we use them, because 2 weeks is a really long time to get to fresh produce. So we're gonna keep it fresh. For the next 15 days. So tonight we're gonna do at-home Cracker Barrel. So I'm gonna make some chicken in the cast iron skillet, and then we'll have fried okra, fried apples, rice, and depending on how motivated I am, I might do some cornbread, but we'll see. Also tomorrow we're gonna do crock pot chicken marinara, and some of these days might get, you know, mixed up depending on what the weather is gonna be like, because I have sausage soup here. And if it's a really hot day, which I don't think Friday is gonna be, I think it's gonna be like 69 degrees, so it won't be bad to have soup. But, you know, for instance, if it is hot or we're just not feeling that meal that day, then I'll just rearrange some things. But this is kind of just like a rough draft, making sure I have enough food for the next 2 weeks. But Thursday we're gonna do quiche, and I'll put sausage, spinach, and tomatoes in there. Then Friday and Saturday we'll have cabbage and sausage soup, and I'll put carrots and potatoes in there too, and we always have leftovers, so we'll have those on Saturday. And then on Sunday, I'm gonna make some pork chops and I'm gonna marinate them in Carolina treat sauce. And then we'll just have sides. I've got lots of carrots. Y'all know I cut up the zucchini, and we have squash, so we'll do something like that with the pork. Then we've got spaghetti with Texas toast, chicken tacos, and I put leftovers here, and Wednesday is actually Ross's birthday, so I'm not sure what we're gonna end up doing. We've kind of talked about a few different things, and we're just not positive yet, so it's good that I have leftovers for that day, because maybe we'll just have that for lunch, and then have pizza for dinner, or maybe we'll be out to eat for his birthday or something like that. Thursday we'll do quiche again. Friday, Korean beef bowls, and then I have some Italian wedding soup, and I'm gonna make some sourdough toast for that. Then we've got the crock pot lemon chicken, and I'll do rice and carrots, or rice and squash, or zucchini, or something like that with the chicken. Then the lemon pasta with sausage. We'll do some beef or cheesy beef tacos, and I like to do that by just browning some beef, and then I'll put some taco seasoning in there with it, and then Velveeta cheese, and then you just put that in a tortilla, and those are so good. Like, the family loves that. So there you have it. I just looked out the window, and that's a cardinal. Y'all know cardinals are my God loves me sign, so it just makes me feel like I'm on track. Okay, I'm gonna start on this cornbread, and I am doing 3/4 of a cup of yellow cornmeal in here, and then I'm gonna do 1 cup of all-purpose flour, then 1/2 cup of white sugar, a teaspoon of salt, then we're gonna do 3½ teaspoons of baking powder, then I'm gonna give that a quick whisk, just to combine all these dry ingredients together before we start adding wet ingredients. And then in a separate bowl, I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of melted butter, 1 cup of milk, and then 2 eggs.
For sure. One second, please. So I'm making some dinner and I'm kind of just vibing. I have had no recipe and really no plan. I just started making this sausage. And then we've got noodles over here.
And I'm gonna put half a stick of butter in with these noodles. And then we've got a little lemon zest here that I'm gonna throw in there with it. And I'll just squeeze some lemon juice in here too. Kind of just making this up as I go. Oh Lord, we got a seed in there. But I've also cut up some tomatoes, and as soon as the sausage comes out of that pan, I'm gonna throw those tomatoes in there just for a minute. And then I've got some cheddar cheese right here and some Parmesan cheese too, so we can put that on top. I think it's gonna be good. I just tried a taste of it and I think it needs more lemon juice, so I'm just putting in another lemon here. I might even add just a little bit more butter too. Okay, I gotta take those seeds out. See if I can find them. Yeah, definitely do 2 lemons, or the juice of 2 lemons. If you try this recipe, that really brought out the lemon. Also, I've got my tomatoes over here going just for a minute. I'm not gonna keep these in here long. Pulled my sausage out. This sausage was only like $3.49 for the whole pack at Food Lion, so it was on sale. So I was like, I gotta make a meal with this. This reminds me of something I would have made when we were in Europe. Super easy. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and add half of this cheddar cheese in here. That way it's just melting in there. We're just vibing in the kitchen today, y'all. Some of the best things come out of the kitchen though when you're just vibing in here. I also need to add some salt and pepper too. This turned out looking so good. I ended up topping it with the Parmesan cheese, got the tomatoes in there, the sausage. We ended up cutting up the sausage a little bit smaller just to make it bite-sized, but this is gonna be so good.